Burning Eyes Entertainment presents half of The H Guys in Amorous, with special guests Noise Boy and Nat20.
You got a number.
I got a number. I'm gonna call her now.
Don't call her right now. That's a huge mistake.
Hey Sky, how you doing? Oh man, I can't even begin to choose. Kill me. What the fuck is that? Is that a dragon?
Maybe.
That's a Chinese dragon.
It's
got a mustache.
It's also got a mesh vest.
Yeah, their shirt is something.
Yup.
I'm feeling
Everything
sweaty.
about this
So-
is
This week,
something.
arms are heavy. Oh, she seems nice.
Nope.
Nope, not selectable.
Okay,
Oh, there's
so-
a back area over there.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, fuck you, bro. I'll see ya. Ah, they're hitting it off with his
Good
weird
for them with his orange feet.
weird
Yep.
feet. I cannot talk. I have monstrous feet.
No one is wearing shoes.
Okay,
At
we just
least back
laughed.
outside.
Later, bro. Ah, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck no. Despite being alone at the bar at one of the most active nightclubs I've seen in recent memory, I was drawn to the slender feline leaning over his book. He would sit there for a long moment, and then without cue, he would scribble frantically in the leather-bound journal spread out before him. Start journaling, nerd! You wanna fuck? Puppy?
Dude, if you want to drink and do like study stuff, go to a bar. A club is not a place to do it, man.
Yeah.
Now and then, he would
Oh,
lift it.
positively vodka.
Positively, what?
Jack Spaniels.
Ooh.
Southern. Oh.
I'll say it. I'm already knee-deep in this furry mire. This adorable ruse was undermined, however.
No,
as
say
each-
it.
As each sip... Cum pit.
Thank you.
I believe
Southern.
I believe the word was southern cum pit.
Southern Comfit.
However, as each sip was followed by a grimace of barely contained disgust. Introduce my... The pink one's flirty or the what?
I don't think that the colors actually mean anything.
Oh, they're just for fancy shit?
Yep.
He remained intently focused on his notebook, hunched over the table though enough that he didn't notice when I shimmied my seat next to him. I casually walked as he moved, almost wrote from his frenetic writing. Stuff. You're a furry game! Don't use fucking Webster's dictionary on me!
His frenetic writing.
Someone
He
used a
is-
thesaurus. You can't proofread, but you used a thesaurus.
The guy just,
Priorities!
they're like, "What are you drawing?" The guy just looks up with like a horrified look in his eyes, and he's like, "The old ones, the stars are right." And this turns into a horror game.
Alright, Daniel.
I would be okay with that.
He is dressed in the outfit of someone like Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
Except he would be Nathan Snake because he's a furry. That's funny.
Or he'd still be Nathan Drake and he'd
surprise.
be a duck.
Spilled his drink down the front of his shirt. Aw, let me lick that up for you, Poppy.
Who? Where did you come from? And who said you could sit here?
Alright, I'll leave. His indignance seemed more due to trying to blot expensive alcohol off his chest rather than the serious concern about my presence. I flagged down a waiter and ordered him another drink before offering him a napkin. It cost me $50. He was drinking grappa.
Can I get a rum and coke? Yeah, $35.99. What the fuck?
There better be real coke in there. I want to get fucked up on that $35. It's a bar. It's not a bar. It's a bar in a club. You can't separate. It's a bar? I didn't realize the seat was taken. It's taken by my knowledge. Anyway, I was interested in getting to know the only person working hard at a nightclub than the staff. Ooh, talk about staffs, baby. I extended my hand across the
Meanwhile,
table.
the bartender's just like, "Fuck you, dude. I earned my pay, all right."
I extended my hand across the table. My name is From.
My name is From.
My name is From. It's a pleasure to meet you. It took him a moment, getting as much as he could off his drink off his chest, and the horrified expression he gave me after I spoke in that way. Before he set the napkin down and gave me a thorough looking over, those bright blue eyes narrowed for a moment as he hesitantly offered his hand to return. I guess you're okay.
Seth.
Ah.
I'm Seth. Is this how you usually introduce yourself to people, Mr. Frump?
Shut up, nerd! I'll break your glasses. You got the hands of a fucking eagle. Not usually, no. I just noticed you're one of the only other people here not dancing or relaxing with others.
He looks like a mercat. He's got the weird... His hair looks like gills.
I was
Like
curious
frills.
about what brought you here. You don't seem the type. What What the fuck
I'll
does that
admit
mean?
it's an escape, but it's also to help me work through this creative process. Many famous authors immerse themselves in the popular culture of their day to draw new experiences and observe people in new environments.
Oh yeah, you're gonna write fucking Hamlet while Shots is playing in the background?
Everybody!
Shots.
I suppose that's true.
It's enough of that.
I thought most of them indulged in part because it was their particular interest more than strict research. You don't strike me as the type to write romance or erotica, though.
You'd be
With the
surprised.
I'm writing some thick porn right now.
Why would you think that? I mean, I don't, but
Stop biting your lip.
why would you assume that is the only motivation for me to be at this club?
What, are you trying to pick up some nice chicks with your fucking messenger bag?
Just because I'm an author doesn't mean I don't have a sex drive, motherfucker. He is blushing.
I'm here. Yeah, it's hard to tell.
It's
There-
totally into you.
There are three things I understand about this guy from just looking at him. That's that he is British, that he is intelligent, and that he is gayer than a barrel full of monkeys on helium.
The barrel floats.
I love you, Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. One of those is a prayer, and one of them is just a shout out.
And a funny name.
Yeah.
Mostly because the bouncers are wearing half the clothing you are. And because I came over with my brother Kobe. He's still fucking.
Yep.
Specifically because this is his favorite place to meet guys for a fling. You have to admit, your choice of ambiance suggests something more than just curiosity about popular culture. I've looked at this for far too long.
Oh, it's suggesting more than just curiosity, eh?
By now he was blushing furiously, the spots of red visible beneath his snowy white cheek fur.
Cheek fur. That's not a word.
Makes me uncomfortable. Despite his attempt at appearing aloof, he was a floof. Something spoke about this relative discomfort in being in here. You and fucking 90% of the people.
Yeah.
I'm not here to judge, it's just, well, not interesting isn't the word I'd use, but okay. I get enough stories from Kobe to get an idea of how this place tends to function. And about how his wiener functions. Too much.
Far too much.
I know exactly how his wiener functions.
And you apparently... and you...
Give me some of that southern comfort on the double.
I need a southern comfort on the rocks. Get it? Because rocks means testicles.
Because
We're
I've
gonna be
seen his
actively avoiding
testicles.
that
That's why I
function.
need this.
You alright?
I'm fine.
Oh god, it's hot.
Well, I'm just honing my craft. Trying to push myself outside of my comfort zone, so... don't you mean your comfort zone?
Your southern comfort zone?
So I have a breadth of experience
Yeah.
to write from. It's the sort of thing we... Oh, fuck you, buddy. Don't talk about... This is something authors do. 10 things that only authors do.
How about
Bullshit.
How about I
Fuck
pour a
you.
shot of
It is
grappa
bullshit.
and your book burns for the next week? So you're a writer.
So you're a writer? Yes, I've mentioned it 20 times already.
It's like the fucking you
Exactly.
get one intelligence in New Vegas. You're like, are you here to make war or peace? Warm or pizza? I'm here to make warm. That's reassuring. So you're a writer?
Do you have anything to report? You're a bad man.
Bad man coming. Maybe you've written something I've heard of before. What do you have out there?
Well, I'm not published per se.
Uh-huh.
I'm building a body of work before I approach anyone who wouldn't want to come off as some sort of dilettante.
Don't you fucking use those Harvard words at me. I'm sad that he doesn't have one pink finger, just like a recurring theme.
Yeah.
So
Shame you didn't do that either.
Do you have something I can read? I'm not gonna embarrass him. Actually, if I just noticed this, but there's a ball, there's another ball, and there's the fucking wiener right there.
Your face is your face is a dick.
Say hello to Dick Face. I suppose that makes sense. Authors rarely have a single word to their name. What the fuck? Rude. Do you have something I can read?
Whoa. I mean, the person who wrote fucking To Kill a Mockingbird went like 60 years without publishing another book, and she did fucking great.
Yeah.
You sat upright.
And I fucking despise that book. So boring.
He sat upright. The slouch that had been so prevalent before suddenly vanishing. His ears perked up as well before he glanced to the side then back at me. But it took a long moment before he responded.
No, it's funny, you okay?
No.
I suppose
I'm doing
you
Reaper
could-
shotgun ult on my face right now and with my
I
hands.
suppose you could look over a couple of my things. It's all still rough drafts, of course. I haven't had it run by an editor, so just don't expect so much.
You claw the table so hard you leave imprints. I like it rough. Just whisper in
What?
his ear.
What?
Hesitantly, he dug in his shoulder bag sitting beside him. He's wearing it. Sitting beside him before producing another composition notebook.
Oh, come
He sat
on,
down in
dude,
front
that
of me.
bullshit. Like, real authors write by hand. No, fucking
Oh my god, that's what
write
my
with
dad
the
does.
most convenient thing.
Writes
dude.
it in a composition notebook with a Sharpie pen.
It's mostly snippets and some poetry.
So you're
I
losing.
know. It's self-indulgent to play with rhymes, but you have to find your muse when it comes.
Just lean over. When can I end this conversation?
Please let me go.
You're an author. When's the appropriate time to end a conversation? They have an author character. You can't proofread. He watched intently as I skimmed over his work. It was mostly fluff. Fragments of idea and the occasional clever rhyme. Each piece seemed short. As if it were cut off before completion. He seems to have trouble sticking to an idea. There's a route I'm not going down. There's jokes there. Maybe that's why I was looking for inspiration at this club. You want some Southern Comfort that goes down real smooth?
I love
But it's
this
really
music.
bitter, I've heard.
All right, so I should explain our set. So Noiseboy and Nat20 both have earbuds on, just one earbud in, so they can hear the music as it's going. I, Irish Car Bomb, actually prefer big fucking bulky cushy headphones, but since I can't just wear one of those, it's around my neck right now. I just put it on, and I just gotta say, like, fucking props to this game for soundtrack, especially for a visual novel. That's a fucking bumpin' club mix.
As a sound designer, I'd like to applaud the soundtrack, but distance myself from the entire game.
Well, what do you think? I mean, I can't expect much from what I provided, but input is always appreciated. I can't expect much in the way of proper critique from a plebeian like you.
Yeah. Are you an author? Are you published? No, but I can down some Jack Spaniels.
Indeed, Irish Car Bomb is published.
I will make you some down some Jack Spaniels and light your mouth on fire. Nerd. I'll be kind.
That's up to you.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
You've got some good starters here, but that's the most of what I'm seeing. Some good seeing.
Ying?
Seeing. Some good
Irish
opening
Irish
ahead.
Car Bomb will try to remember to link
How to
some
kill a
of his
mockingbird.
some of his published fiction in the YouTube description of this video.
Like you said, this was mostly just scribbles, but you've gotten to finishing a work yet?
The muse comes and goes. That's bullshit. The muse comes and goes, as with all creative endeavors.
You made a whole
Yeah,
movie
it's
about
never
it.
here.
I've got plenty of good material to work with. I just need to find the right world to let it grow. No. Okay. And word to my fellow authors, the muse doesn't come and go.
Muse is never there.
The muse is, yeah, actually, the muse is never there. If you've got writer's block, you're just being lazy. Sit down and write the fucking worst thing you can, and it'll come to you eventually.
Yep. Just
You
like the
just
most
gotta
important
keep
thing.
writing.
Yeah.
The
Whether
most
you
important,
have a muse or not.
yeah, the most important thing is just to keep writing and keep honing your skills. Even if you don't think it's very good, it's still experience.
I'm as dry as a Southern belle. You seem very sensitive about your work for someone who's writing in the public eye.
Well, writing is a very... it pulls quite deeply from my internal well. Everything I write is in some way a reflection of myself. I suppose it's easy to take things personally.
It's just stories about people wearing messenger bags.
By the way, is this...
No.
I'm
Whatever you're about to say
trying-
about this game, no.
No, I'm trying to say, is this voice that I'm doing distinct from my fucking Sergeant Mallory voice?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, cool.
Lighter. You don't want to associate?
Well, that's not Sergeant Mallory. Sergeant Mallory is a badass. Well, if I may be so bold, what brought you to the club tonight? Since you clearly aren't driven by a desire to quietly observe, nor are you obviously looking to get drunk and dance, I'm curious as to what your motivation is.
My twink brother.
Yeah.
I should just say, Sergeant Mallory, Noiseboy here is our DM for a Deadlands game, which is
Cowboys.
the Wild West and demons and magic and shit. Sergeant Mallory is my character. He's a British sniper, and he has the same accent, but I think he speaks with like a deeper voice. He's more
Yeah.
like, well, if I may be so bold, what brought you to the club tonight?
I am damp. Not from this game.
I am damp. No one can touch Black Bess but me.
I am damp.
Black Bess is his rifle.
Mostly, I guess, to keep myself occupied and distracted. Kobe, my brother, very much likes this place, but doesn't always want to go alone. I needed time away from my problems, and he wanted a ride. If you know what I mean. A match made in, well, heaven?
Necessity. Oh, Nat 20, why don't you explain your character from Deadlands?
Just fucking scientist, crazy psycho lady.
Yep, Mad Scientist is one of the archetypes, as is Gunslinger.
Yep. That would be
Steam-
Dr. Jenkins. And she has a
steampunk.
Ray-Gunninator. It's great.
Yeah.
Turns people into ray guns.
Yep. Well then, where else might you have gone if you had the option? Ignoring cost, location, or any of that?
Fucking away from the beach.
Somewhere quiet. I'd rather be here, nerd. Slap him in the back of the head.
Ugh.
Somewhere quiet. I tend to be a little bit more restrained, so I would probably have gone somewhere a little quieter. A library, museum, or something like that. Somewhere I can hear my own thoughts. A smile twitched to the edges of his mouth. Blood leaked out slowly. He just bit into He's just bit into a cyanide pill. Get him!
Having a stroke.
Fuck.
Don't worry
Drop
about
it.
He's fine.
He tapped the eraser against the page before looking back up to me.
Have you heard the story of the
No.
failed assassination of Duke Franz Ferdinand? So the original assassin, it was like a very carefully planned out by the Black Hand Assassin Guild. This guy was supposed to throw a grenade underneath Duke Franz Ferdinand's car, and then he was supposed to take a cyanide capsule and fall backwards into a river and die, and his body would disappear. Unfortunately, a few things went wrong. One, he didn't take into account the fact that cars drive. So instead of blowing up Duke Franz Ferdinand's car, he blew up the car behind him. Two, he put the cyanide capsule in his mouth, but he didn't take into account the fact that it was summertime, so the river had been dried up down to just a little stream. So he fell backwards into it, and it was only like a foot deep, and he just like clonked his head, and he coughed up the cyanide pill. And they arrested him.
Land on his neck. Not the best.
Feeling a bit out of your element too then? I can certainly understand that feeling. But it's always good to break out of your comfort zone.
Ooh, he's giving me that look. Special boy.
He's got that little one fang popping out.
You seem to be rather thrilled with this. I think that's just I think it's just a disorder.
Pseudo-interrogation.
It's rude to bring it up. He seemed to be rather thrilled with his pseudo-interrogation. He looked back up from his notebook with excitement. Yeah, he loves talking about himself.
So, being that we're in this club and you already expressed curiosity as to why I'm here, what do you like about this club? Fucking nothing. I got dragged here by my brother, obviously.
None of these things. I can't dance. I don't drink that much. I'm very relaxing to be around. Socializing. Socializing, why not? I've already talked to Raina Mom, sorry. Viacom, stay where you are.
Alright, from Rita.
When I'm feeling mopey.
When I'm feeling mopey, I just had too much time, I like to find other people and be around. Conversation, laughs, and banter between friends really helps to perk me back up. He looked a little surprised, jotting down a few extra lines in his notebook before glancing up to me. He wants to fuck. Get down your fucking...
I suppose I should be flattered you've directed your attention to just me then. Extroverts commonly don't enjoy engaging with me for extended periods of time.
Because I'm just annoying.
I'm very annoying. So we've established where you want to be and why you want to be there. But the big question is, who do you want to be here with? What kind of person would you be looking for at this club?
I don't...
Not you, bitch.
I get the feeling this is a somewhat pointed question.
Not you, pickled tiger.
Yeah, you probably
Pickled
taste...
Sephiroth.
I also get
Look
the
at
feeling-
that hair, okay?
I also get the feeling there's something more going on here than simple research. You shot me a Cheshire cat grin. That's racist!
Very racist.
Okay, to be fair, he is a cat, though.
That's why it's racist.
That was liquid.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting weaker. And placed a hand on his chest in mock shock. Clearly he was enjoying this intimate game of 20 questions. I've asked way more than was appropriate right now. You, my Twinkie my Twinkie homeboy. Get the point. What is this, Fallout?
Get to the fucking point.
None of like someone interesting. Like a friend. I'm hoping to meet someone interesting. Someone with stories and a sort of
Oh,
I write stories.
someone with stories and a lot of confident charm that enraptures you. Not you. The kind of person you want kind of a good laugh or a thoughtful discussion with. Literally all those were like about him. Apparently I said the right thing. A smile spread across his lips before resting the pen on the table. Even looking at the notebook, he continued. He pounced on me. It was weird.
I agree.
He lost his
completely.
arms in the accident.
Looks can be nice, but if there's no substance behind them, what's the point? A wholly rounded individual is far more important than just one aspect.
You've gained 1 point of respect out of your negative 50.
Seth will remember this.
1 point. 1 point to the first owner. Alright, one more question, and I really should find Kobe and figure out what he has planned to do for the rest of the night. Fuck.
I suppose I have been trying pretty heavily.
Yeah.
That said, you have been a very interesting character study, to say the least. It's rare I actually get to interact with someone.
Shut
That's sad.
him. Yeah.
Oh, dick face. I'd hoped that was more to you than just an intellectual conversation. Is that not the case? You want to be friends?
I didn't mean it like that. I mean, it's been interesting to talk with you. I've been here for a couple of hours already. You know, the first person who stopped to talk that didn't want to take a drink order.
People keep mistaking you for the waiter. What the fuck? What the okay. I guess I'm just gonna skip that one. So, what's the last question? You gay? He hesitated, glancing down at his notebook for a second before scribbling something in the margins. As he looked back up, I could see his cheeks were still quite flushed. Well, he's had drinks.
I was heading to the library tomorrow to do some research for a story, and there was a reading I was thinking of going to. Could I convince you to come along?
I do have a bunch of things going on at the moment, but I'll think
You
about it.
specifically said you didn't, actually, in the prologue. You have no job and no boyfriend. You already said that. Oh, sure, of course. I mean, not everyone has the same free time I do.
Being a nerd. There's the. Oh, I guess it's Ted's now as well.
Yeah.
He's brooding. He began gathering his things and stood up from the bar. Once he'd slung his bag over his shoulder, he turned to face the door and stopped mid-stride. Turning back, he gave me a long look and dug in his bag for a moment. He pulled out his pen. Oh God! He's got a pen. After scribbling something down on a scrap of paper, he handed it to me.
I came out here to take a chance, to broaden my horizons, and, well, here's my number. Give me a call. I'd really like to see you again.
I'm totally down for being friends, bro.
But
Hey,
I'd
bro.
also like to ride that big question mark dick of yours. I actually don't know what species you are.
What are you wearing? He gave me another smile and turned back towards the exit. I slipped the number back into my pocket. Fuck yeah, I got some digits, boys.
Yeah.
Oh, let me
Alright.
leave.